So when, so you have your finger up, and you come around the top, when. This is the question, like, when will you go to the store? When. There's also, you can sign when. That's more of like, when, like as in happen. So like, in the song, it's a good, I was actually looking at that earlier. The verse says, when he returns in power and glory. Well, it's not a question when he comes back. It's a when it happens. When he returns in power and glory. So that's the other when. So it's actually the sign for happen too. Way back when, you'd also see happen with two, like an H, happen, and when with one finger. Most people just forget the double and just go for happen or when. So when or when. Let's see, what other question words? Where. And there, I learned a sign name yesterday of a person, and his sign name was that. I was like, where? Where? No, but it was actually D, so it's backwards. But where? So make sure your palm is facing out when you do it. So it's not a sign name. Where? And you shake where. That's the easy one to remember, because if you know the sign for a bathroom, like the toilet bathroom, it's a T, and you shake it back and forth. So you're like, where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? That's how you can always remember it easily. It's like, I need the bathroom. Where's the bathroom? So you remember where with bathroom. Why? Why? Do you remember why? So you're thinking and why. So there's two. There's the, your hand is up there like, I know, you come down to a why. So there's why. And there's also the one that I do, which is why. Your middle finger is just kind of hanging out. Why? Why? So there's why and why. That one is just easier for me. I don't know why. I don't know. And then which. The best way to remember that is you have this thing and you have this thing and you don't know which you want. So you're like this or this. Which. So you're like, I don't know. And we'll go ahead and teach you maybe. Palms are up. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe. So which, maybe. Or if you're going to balance something, your palms go down. And so you're like, so that's balance. So maybe you'll balance. I don't know which. So that's something you can remember. How. How or how or how. You see all those. How. How much or how many. So you can do how much or how many. Or you can just do how much. How many. And you just have that question mark. How much? How much? How many? So again, this is the facial expression. How much? How many? And then will. So again, you have that here is present tense. It's like the now, present. Behind your body is past tense. And this area is the future. So right now I'm talking about will you go to the store tomorrow? So now in the future. So sign for future is actually like future. But will is just will. And then the song we're going to do, shall, will. They're all the same. Just different. KJV, you know, old language. And do you remember the numbers? 1 through 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And you can also remember do 16, 10 and 6, 10 and 7, or 17, 10 and 8, 18, 10 and 9, 19. Or you can do 16, 17, 18, 19. For me, this is harder to do. So if I'm just going to sign it like one time, I might do 16. If I'm like continuing the number for some reason, I'll do 16. It's just easier for me. But that's the one you'll most commonly see. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay? Alright, so now those who were not here last week know half of the words that we learned last week. So you didn't miss a lot. So, this week's words, if we go ahead and pass those, which perfect timing.
That's your copy.
Oh, thank you. I probably would have looked for that in a second and I'm confused. The other words we learned last week were teach or teacher. And so mainly we learned the sign. So like teach is like where you take your knowledge and you're giving it to somebody else. So teach or teach person. It's like the body of the person. And then learn. It's like you have it in your book and you're bringing it out of the book into your head. Learn, or learner. Student is the learner. Class, school, college, language, and fingerspell. Fingerspell is literally just look like you're gonna spell something. Yep, typewriter typing, that kind of thing. Fingerspell. Pencil, pen, you'd only spell, but at school we're lazy. And can you grab that pen or pencil? They just know which one you're talking about. Paper, and then book. So, alright, so this week's words. This week, we're going to kind of review a little bit of what we didn't talk about last week. So if you don't have that paper, it's okay. You know most of them. So last week we didn't finish with the last page. It was a 2-page last week because it was a short class. We didn't finish them all. So that last page had like possible responses. At the beginning of the class we had like I'm fine, good, blessed as responses. So these are more responses that you can have. Yes. Kind of simple. Your head nodding. Yes. There's also YES. So like if you're gonna like, yes, I want to do that. Like yes. That's like an excited yes. It literally goes from YES, but it looks like YS. You just go yes. Of course, you also do the head nod. Yes. But I know it sounds funny, but people will do it. They'll sign yes, and they'll be shaking their head no. Or they'll sign no, which no is your 2 fingers like an N, but you're just going to come down on your thumb. That's sign for no. You can do that one. So that's a no. And also people go, no. Okay, so make sure if you're doing no, or yes, yes. It's harder than it looks when you're trying to do it, but people actually will do it. So remember good? Remember good? Bad is the opposite. So literally, it's like you're going to slap yourself because you've been bad. So you're going to go down. Bad. Bad. So we don't want to slap ourselves. So we want to be good. Good and bad. Nice is you're going to take your left hand palm up. Your right hand's going to be over against, again, your fingers are over your thumb. And you're just going to slide off the end. Nice. Nice. This motion is, remember, is going to be like holy, wash, clean, that kind of thing. Because nice. Nice is just kind of flat. Kind of think of if you're going to clean your table and you have your table up and you're going to take a rag. If you're going to wash it, you're going to have a rag. And you're going to wash it. If you're going to take like a dust cloth, you take it and you're just going to wipe it to clean it. kind of thing, that kind of thing. But if it's nice, if it's already clean, and you're just going to rub your hand against it, you have nothing on it, it's nice, because you don't have to clean it. Nice. So if you really have to work hard and wash it, you have to go wash it. If you are just going to kind of clean it, just a little bit, that's clean. And then if it's already clean, you don't do anything, it's nice. It just slides off. So, it works really well. No. All your fingers are up at your head. No. Okay, so if you know it, you're not just thinking it, you know it. So you're all in. You know it. Don't know, no, comes out. I don't know. So you know or you don't know. Don't know. Understand. Understand. So it's like the light bulb going off. So you're next to your head and you're like, ah, the light bulb goes off because I understand now. Understand. Don't understand? Shake your head no and understand. Or you can do not, which is your thumb comes from behind the back of your throat out under your chin. So not, understand. So don't understand or I don't understand. Which that seems to be the easiest one. Understand. So you have to be careful with the understand sign, because if you're like, yeah, I understand, or yeah, I understand, I don't understand, you're actually saying I don't understand when you say that. Explain. Explain. So if I'm going to explain something, I'm going to tell you, right? But I'm not going to just tell you. I'm going to probably go in detail. So you take your F hands, I have no idea why it's an F, it just is, and put them down where your palms are facing each other. So if you're going to put them together, it look like that, but you're going to put them apart, and it's going to go back and forth. So it's like you're explaining. So you're going to say a little bit of something, and you're going to say something else, and you're going to keep going back and forth. So you're going to explain, or give details. You're going to go into, instead of just telling, you're going to actually explain. This is also the same motion if you do X hands, the ugly hands. If you do X hands for back and forth, that's rein. As in, if you think about horses, and you have like the horse that reins, so you have the horse reins, you can control the horse. It's also the sign for control. So if you're going to control the horse with your reins, or to rein, as in to control something, not as in rein. This is R-A-I-N. Next week we're actually going to talk about words in, well, not next week, it's the 5th week. We're actually going to talk about words in homonyms. Because English is just so full of them. And sign language does not work that way. But rein and control or explain. Explain. Again. So if you want something, do it again. So your left hand, palm up. Your right hand comes down on top of it. So, again. The way to remember this, and it's weird because I think I learned again first, but I remember it. When Jesus rose from the dead, the sign from rose from the dead is to come up this way. And I remember again because he's now again alive. So again. Because I can remember dead person is down in the grave, but then he came up and now he can walk about. So I could remember that a whole lot easier for some reason than again. And that always helped me to remember it. I have no idea. But that is again. If you're going to do it again and again and again, just going to do it once again. Which is helpful when you're like talking to somebody or signing and you're like, again? Because I don't understand what you just signed. So, which goes into the next word is please. Your whole nice hand, and you do circle. Please. Please, again. Because I didn't understand. I didn't understand. And then slow. The sign for slow. Take your left hand, palm down. And your nice hand is going to lay on top of it and come up your arm. And so you're just going to come slowly. So that's slow. And so depending on how slow you need them to go, like, please sign slow. Or you can just sign slow, please. So you really don't have to go all the way up your arm, but if you're trying to like make a point, you can come as far as up you need to go. But slow. And all your fingers are slow. If you do it with one finger up, that's the sign for long. So you want to make sure that you don't say, please sign long, because that won't make any sense. Of course, they'll sign it again because they know you didn't understand. But so it's all fingers are going to come and make slow. So slow. And then the sign for sign. We actually had a discussion this week at school. Sign. Some people sign coming back at you. It's some sign it going out. Either way works. It just depends on how you learned it. For me, I think I do it backwards. After seeing both, I couldn't remember. But either way, it just kind of goes. It just goes. So you want to make sure that it's different because remember we learned last week, going or coming, you get kind of confused. That's why most people shorten it to like go or come, because signing and going, coming, get kind of confusing. So that's all of the last week's. Oh yes, there's also sign. Thank you. There's also sign. The sign. So because we use our hands to sign, you're just gonna throw it up there, like throw up your signs. So it's literally sign. So sign. In songs and ASL, it was something that I had learned. I'd never seen it. We've always done like song, sing, music. It's all the same. In some ASL, that's song, but to sing is actually this. And what they're doing is the signs, because they don't voice like we do. They actually are singing with their hands. And so they're showing that their voice is actually their hands. And so they're doing that. It's that kind of concept. Sign is literally your hands. So if you actually see something like that, sometimes I slip and do that when singing. Signing, singing. But that's also sing, music. I think you remember last week we learned music, harp. You're playing a harp. That's how you remember music. Also choir, music, song, sing. It's all there. Alright, so this week's number 1. Oh yes, do you want to change batteries?
Yep.
Go for it. So